The headlights are cutting the fog on a midnight highway, and 18 wheels are a-driving through the dawn. There's a Blue Ridge Mountain sunrise filling the mirrors, and the ashtray's full, the coffee's almost gone. And the trucker's heading west to Colorado, passing the miles with his friends on the CB coast. And tonight's a truck stop somewhere out in nowhere, and tomorrow's the wind and the open road. And I believe he's gonna drive that rig to glory, with his 8-track blasting out a country song. And I believe I feel the freedom in his story, riding that diesel wine, chasing that long white line, dropping that load on time, and he's going home.
You can see the silhouette of his rig on the eastern horizon, running west with the morning sun as it breaks across Iowa, and another day you'll see him moving on against that same old sun as it sets behind Big Wyoming. He's driven I-80 so many times that he can't even remember, and there's hardly a mile along the way that isn't familiar to him. He's been over the roads from Canada to Mexico and from New York to California. He's crossed enough state lines to start his own private country. Fighting the miles, the glare of the sun, the loneliness of another day away from his family, he moves on to get another load to market in another distant city. He's concerned about a lot of things, like a lot of other good folks who care about the future of America. Things like the price of fuel, the cost of keeping his rig going, and just feeding his family back home. He may not even resemble the guys that portray his image on TV, and for sure he's got a lot more going for him than most truck driving songs have ever given him credit for. He's the gutsy son of a gun who puts the wheels under American industry to see that it all gets somewhere in a never-ending race with time. It takes courage and a lot of character to climb up behind that wheel and roll that big diesel down the highway. He lives up there in that tractor, matching his skills forever against the hot desert highways and the icy mountain passes. His life is the open road, and he rolls on with great care for the safety of all who travel his world. Yes, he's the American trucker, and he lives for a warm cup of coffee, a wave from a friend, and for that big turnaround at the end of the line to take him back home again to smiling faces and a little happiness.
Just rolled that rig from Maine to Arizona, from St. Paul all the way to San Antonio. He's always riding with a buddy he calls lonely. He's been a little bit of everywhere but home. And I believe he's gonna drive that rig to glory, with his 8-track blasting out a country song. And I believe I feel the freedom in his story, riding that diesel wine, chasing that long white line, dropping that load on time, and he's going home. Yeah, he's rolling home, streaking west. Solid.
See you on the shaky side.